Pat, let's turn it to basketball. I see the Mavericks are trying to move on from the loss of DeAndre Jordan. They've signed Zaza Pachulia, or traded for the center, Zaza Pachulia, and they might end up getting Deron Williams from the Brooklyn Nets. But I'm wondering, with DeAndre Jordan spurning them, is there still bitterness? Is there still anger?
Well, all you need to know is that Mark Cuban was a guest last night at the Bush Presidential Center here in Dallas, where President George Clinton, and President George W. Bush, and President Clinton were there speaking. And Mark Cuban was asked about DeAndre Jordan, and he just said, "I can't believe you just said that name," and started laughing. And then people asked him about it. He said they're moving on. But, yeah, look, Chandler Parsons is has come out and said a lot of things about, how DeAndre Jordan was scared in the process. Fans are upset here. They are not happy with the whole situation. They think that this guy should have stuck with what he said or not said anything at all. But what made it worse was that he didn't even make a phone call. He didn't even answer the calls from Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban said today that Jordan said he was on a date, and that's why he was avoiding Cuban saying, "Hey, I'm on a date," when really he was meeting with the Clippers. I mean, it has us frazzled to the point where I'm calling Bill Clinton George Clinton on the radio right now. I mean, it's been a crazy couple of days. And guys, I can't remember this city going from such a high over the 4th of July to such a low. I mean, it was just such a crazy turnaround over a few couple days here.
Well, John Jock Taylor wrote a column, and maybe his name is George W. Taylor, but he's a good friend of mine. Anyway, he wrote that was the end of the Mavericks, that the Mavericks are dead. They're trying their best, it seems, to gather themselves, but why in the world wouldn't they have had a plan B in case this happened? This is not the first time in history that somebody's changed their mind and had buyer's remorse. It seems to me like they're scrambling to try and get over their own embarrassment that they didn't have a backup plan if this happened.
Well, I think that their plan A was given the green light, and their plan A, DeAndre Jordan said, "Yes, I'm coming," and then their plan A did not tell them that he wasn't coming until within a few hours until players could sign after that moratorium period ended. So there really wasn't much left by the time DeAndre Jordan made his decision that he wasn't going to come anymore. So it's easy. I would say it's easy to say that, yeah, they should have had a plan B. I think they had a plan B. I think they had a plan C and a plan D. I don't think they would have let Tyson Chandler go to Phoenix. I think they would have probably matched that offer if they would have known that DeAndre Jordan was not going to come back. This guy made the switch on him, and it's one thing to make the switch. It's another thing to do it in the final hours. I mean, it was at the very end. There was almost nothing left. As you mentioned, Zaza Pachulia, I mean, that's going to be their starting center this year.
But, Pat, I got to disagree with you respectfully. The rumors were swirling about that he was reconsidering. And then that was like 3 days before. And you got...
but he's right. There's not a whole lot left in free agency. I mean, if you look at the guys who are remaining, how do you replace DeAndre Jordan?
Well,
with a guy named Zaza?
Let me tell you what. I go and offer max contract to Tristan Thompson and say, look, we got a guy from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Try to steal somebody else who committed.
Yeah, sure. Do what they did to you. Do the same to keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I go out and find the biggest name in there.
And Mark Cuban is a shark.
Or if I'm Mark Cuban, and Donnie Nelson, I come to the Nuggets and say, we want Ty Lawson, we want Kenneth Reed, we want
take them all.
Roger Federer.
Take them all, please. Hey, Pat,
if LeBron James is interested too.
Yeah,
sure.
He was out there.
Pat, will the possibility of getting Deron Williams to play point guard, will that ease the blow at all? No. I know he's past his prime, but still.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to. I mean, it would ease the blow a little bit in that they would have at least some type of a big name that they landed in free agency. But look, Mark Cuban said after he thought he had signed DeAndre Jordan that it was DeAndre Jordan or bust this offseason. That's what he told reporters. And so basically that they were going to blow it up and tank and just kind of start from ground zero. And now, that you look back at it now and you say, hey, did he really mean it? We'll have to wait and see. Deron Williams would bring something to the table at least. You have to sell some tickets, but, man, it feels like it's going to be a really rough couple of years in Dallas. DeAndre Jordan was supposed to be part of the transition, the foundation of the future, taking the baton from Dirk Nowitzki. And now he's gone, and there's not really that much left. It's Zaza Pachulia going to be leading the way.
Well, Pat, how do you think Nowitzki feels near the end of his career, maybe not being able to make that one last run now?
Yeah, I mean, I think he feels probably terrible. I mean, I feel bad for him. He took less money, and they thought they had a deal in place. You know, if you're Dirk Nowitzki, you're thinking, oh, Wes Matthews coming in, Chandler Parsons is coming back. You got DeAndre Jordan, and then you still have some money for next offseason to maybe land another big fish. And now it's like, well, the most important piece isn't coming. And he's been very open about the fact that he's going to probably play this contract out, which has 2 years left on it, and then retire. So it's kind of a sad story for Dirk that it's likely going to be a very quiet exit out of the NBA because they're not going to be very good.
Pat, we really
you go
appreciate
to buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on johnelwaychevrolet.com.